Coming from the Caveman Studios in Buffalo, New York. Welcome to Caveman Corner with your host, Jeff.
Captain Caveman!
Thanks.
Click subscribe and the bell. Do it now!
Hello, everyone. I'm here on Caveman's Corner with Emily Licata. We're here to talk about the K4 fights on August 5th. She'll be taking on Mackenzie Musgrove in a must-see match. How about that? That was pretty good, right? It's almost like I do this for a living. Emily's a little bit shy, so I had to pull her arm and kick her in the head and have her coach sit down on the floor right behind her to get her on the podcast. But we got her on, and welcome to our podcast, Emily.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I'm glad to get you on. I have so many questions to ask about you. So you train in an all-female gym. Can you tell me about your gym?
Yeah, it's a female-focused gym based out of Syracuse, New York here. I've been training with the gym for a little over 2 years now. I was very, very lucky to have found this gym as my first gym because I have no history of martial arts. I'm 34 years old, and this is just the beginning of my journey, to be completely honest with you. But my coach, Sarah, she offers in-person and Zoom classes as well, which as a stay-at-home mom of two, was perfect because I can still do the family thing, still train. And it was a nice balance between the two. But it's been incredible. It's a very much so a tight-knit group of people. It's really like my second family, my home away from home.
So with your shyness, did you start just doing Zoom? Did you start with Zoom or did you go in person first?
I went in person first. So I had no idea what I was getting into. It was actually during COVID time and I saw there's outdoor classes and I was like, cool, let me go try that. And I did a couple outdoor classes and I enjoyed it. I was like, oh man, for the first time, this doesn't feel like a chore to me. You know, this is fun. This is exciting. And then the weather started to turn cool. And then I started to hop online for the Zoom classes. And as time went on, I want to say about 6 months in, I was like, I want more. I want to learn more. I want to do more. What is more? So then it was sparring. And then it just kind of all happened very organically. It wasn't ever in my wheelhouse or my life plan to say, I want to go and fight people. But here we are.
You seem like a pretty nice person. You don't seem like you have a lot of fight in you. I like that you're so happy, but then you can go punch someone in the face. It's kind of cool.
It's a nice balance. I think you have to have that balance. So I don't know, very much so a family person, but it's a fantastic outlet. It's fun. I love the competitive nature for it. I don't know. As corny and cliche as it sounds, this was definitely the missing piece that I needed and didn't know that I needed until I stumbled across it. So
I don't think it's really that corny at all. I think everybody needs something that challenges them in life. Human beings are meant to do something physical. We're not meant to sit around and do bullshit all day and not train. We're supposed to work out. We're supposed to hunt or gather food or establish our place in the pecking order of life. We're supposed to be something. We're supposed to face challenges that are not just oh, he's sad today. Take care of him. We have to go out and we have to fight.
Yeah.
I bet you it feels good. When you got to deal with your kids all the time, you can't really get your kids. You get to come in and punch someone in the face.
Yeah.
I know I enjoyed that going through fatherhood.
There are some days where I really do feel like I'm white knuckling through parenthood and I'm just like, wow, I bit off way more than I can chew. But so this is that nice balance for me. But actually, in all seriousness, my girls are fantastic. I have 2 young girls at home and they're the light of my lives. And they're amazing with this too. They're very, very funny. They're hype about it. They're only 3 and 6. And they're like, my mommy does kickboxing and she can beat you up. And I'm like, don't know if we want to say that in the kindergarten parent teacher conference, but we can slow our roll a little bit.
Yeah, let the teacher know. My mom is going to beat you up if I don't get an A.
Yeah, let's increase this grade a little bit. I can see that happening when they're a little bit older, when grades are more important.
For sure. Do you struggle to find time to train, raising 2 young women, young daughters?
Some days are harder than others, but I really do feel very fortunate that there is that balance with what the gym offers where I can do half of my week's training in the comfort of my own home and then half of it in person. So, I'm still being guided. I don't have to take that time out to actually leave my house. I'm still like, my children are still in eye shot here and I can train, and then I can still go over to the gym, get that one-on-one time, with my peers, with my coaches, and do it that way. So, some days I have to bow out, I have a sick kid, whatever, and we have to pivot and we do what we have to do. But overall, I think having the in-person and Zoom classes really offers that nice balance for me. I don't think I would have necessarily been able to stick with it like I had if I didn't have these options. So I'm, again, very, very lucky that this is an option for me and everyone in the gym.
I like the sound of that. I mean, it sounds like your gym was hit pretty hard with COVID, and they started the Zoom thing, and it really caught on. So, like, we used to do all in-person podcasts, and now we do podcasts over this StreamYard site, and it makes our podcast a lot easier to do. I don't have to get right here. We don't have to call people up, and it's a lot less work just to do it like this. And
Yeah.
before the pandemic, no one wanted to see this, and now it's like a normal thing. So it's a lot easier to do a podcast like this, and it helps us a lot too.
Absolutely. And I think even for her business too, there's that allure. Like, yes, we're based outside of Syracuse, New York, but she has a whole group of women in Australia who come on and join on the Zoom classes as well. So you get the local people in person, but she still, there's those people that you're training with on the computer with who are all across the country, all over the world. And I think that's pretty dope. And especially, again, because it is female focused, you feel less judged when you're with the same sex in a way. At least for me, that's how I felt. That was another alluring thing to me, where I was like, oh, this is mostly all females. So I didn't know if there was going to be like a bunch of meatheads walking into a gym. Like I didn't know. I was uneducated, didn't know what to expect. So this was really just the bee's knees for me. So
well, there's a lot of meatheads walking through the gym, just so you know. So you did pretty lucky. Ray's gonna be on soon. That's pretty cool. He's probably watching somewhere. I've moved up the podcast time for you, so like Ray's probably not even home yet, so that's okay. We'll do whatever we need to do to get you on. I know Sarah's sitting down there on the floor, so if you're watching this on Facebook, if you pop your gym website up in the comment section of this, it'll be popped up, and then everyone, you can click on the link and you can check out Sarah's gym, and people watch this from all over, so if they click on the link for your website, they can go to your website, maybe sign up for some Zoom classes for you. Hopefully that helps you guys out and gives you a little bit more recognition. Or any ladies that are in the Syracuse area, make sure you get over there. Sooner or later, we'll have the website posted in here for you. And if you can't figure out how to do that, if you send it to my Facebook, I'll put it in here. Oh, there it is right there.
I was gonna say, she said she just did it.
All right. So sgpfightclub.com. You got to put 2 muscles in there as well, and then it'll bring you right to the site. I'm just kidding about the muscles. Abby Grother, SGP is great. Abby thinks you guys are great.
Yeah, we love Abby.
All right. If you guys are watching, make sure you like and subscribe to Caveman's Corner on Facebook and YouTube. That would help me out a lot too. Can you walk me through a regular week of training for you? What's the week of training, fight camp training like for you? Not regular training.
All right. Are we going to go day by day here? Is you want the Sunday to Saturday vibe?
Yeah, heck yeah. It's Sunday to Saturday vibe. I like walks on the beaches. What do you do during the week?
Fight camp. We'll have Zoom classes Sundays, Monday, Wednesdays. In-person classes Thursdays and Saturdays. Typically Friday are my active rest days. And that's loosely the schedule as far as classes goes on my own. I typically have 2 long distance runs per week. I'll do sprints in person with her. This camp, we've had 6 heavy lift days, arms and legs, extra cardio, lots of shadow boxing, bag work, at least a solid 2+ hours a day of work each day. So for 6 to 8 weeks, however long. So it's a lot of work. So sometimes I'll sprinkle it in the morning, and then in the evening, you do what you have to do, especially with the family. So
I understand that for sure.
It's nice being in a camp in the summertime though, because at least the sun is up earlier. When you're in a camp in the wintertime and it's 4:30 in the morning and it's still pitch black, it's kind of the pits, but
Yeah,
I
you
don't know.
start training, it's dark. You go home to train again. It's dark when you get home. It's a
Right.
brutal.
Right.
It's
Winter's
not great.
brutal. Summer feels a lot more light and airy and enjoyable, and I don't know. It seems less work at that point, but it's a stacked schedule. I love camp. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Don't get me wrong. I'm super excited. It's fight week. I'm excited. It's finally here. You know, the bulk of the work's been put in, but I really do enjoy camp. So I get a little emotional that it's like over. They're like, oh man, the work's put in. This week's kind of light here, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. But I really do enjoy the whole process of it all. Just learning more, doing more, just getting better, sharper, tightening the game. And I don't know. It's a never ending journey, which is awesome. But I kind of get sad to see it go.
So my co-host is joining us. This is Ray. Ray's always late. Ray, this is Emily. Emily's gonna be fighting on the card that we commentate. So we're 2 of the 3 commentators on the card. So we're gonna talk about how bubbly you are and how you're shy and stuff. Amanda Ray wants to know, how many fights have you had?
I've had 3.
Oh, 3 fights, man.
3, right. My first fight was in October of last year. So training a little over 2 years and been fighting for almost a year. We hit the gas pedal on this.
So you were fighting like in the first year of training, really?
Yeah, a little over. Yeah. I think my first class I took was June of 2021. And my first fight was October 2022. So a little over a year of training.
That's nice. How often do you spar? And how hard do you spar when you spar?
Probably about 3 days a week, sparring wise. When I'm in a camp anyways. So, and I mean, it's going to vary depending on what we want to do, what we're trying to hone in on. But I mean, it's not to say that we aren't doing hard sparring. This is fight camp here. So it's a fight club. So we're not just necessarily just tapping each other. Like, we're here to put in work and move. So, I've certainly taken some damage, but that's how you learn, right?
I got at 35, man, you gotta leave it all on the walls. Like, you're starting late too. Like,
right.
I mean, 35 is not particularly old to fight, but it's particularly old to start fighting at. So
right.
You got a lot to make up.
I'm 34, but close enough.
Oh, 34.
I started fighting at 35.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's awesome.
I always get, like, when I start talking, I always get my numbers mixed up. And I know Ray started at 35, so everyone says 35. I always say 35. I'm just confused because there's another thing. Amanda says same girl. She's old too, I guess. I don't know. So I don't know how to ask this nicely. Do you bring in other girls from around the area to spar with, or do you just spar with like in-house people? Like, how much experience do you have with people that have a lot of fights? How many fighters do you have in your camp?
Yeah, we right now in our gym we have 2 current fighters. But there are other people who I'll still spar with, but I do spar with other people in the area. We'll actually, if I'm in a camp, sometimes we'll travel to another gym out in Auburn, New York, Viking, and I'll go spar with them as well, because there's something to say about them having an open door for us to work with, but just working with different bodies. You get used to working with the same people over and over again, and you learn how they fight and their style, and you only grow when you're working with people who are better than you or different than you. So definitely mixing it up often. It's not just the same couple people over and over and over again, which I'm thankful for.
I'm glad you said that too. I was thinking the same thing. Like, you guys, I can see your gym in there. It looks like you don't have like a 200-member gym. So
right.
Obviously, like, I was just wondering like how much sparring you get in and what kind of like work you get. Your doors are always open. If you ever need a place to come and punch someone in the face when you're in Buffalo, you guys can come and train at Integrity, my gym.
Perfect. Thank you. We'll come out then. Next camp, we're heading out there.
Yeah, for sure. You can always punch me in the face. I have an open door policy for like everyone that fights in K4. Because I commentate and I might say mean things about you. I always want the fighters to have opportunity to like come punch me in the face or break my arm or
we just got to even the playing field a little bit.
Yeah, because I truly feel like like when I call a fight, I want to like call it like I see it. So sometimes I'm more critical than I mean to be, and I go back and I listen. I was like, oh my god, I shouldn't have probably said that. That sounds terrible. But like I'm more than willing to give the people I say terrible things about a chance to come and punch me in the face because I believe what I say and like
Yeah,
I put all my time in. I deserve to call it like I see it too. And if you don't think
absolutely.
so, you can come and try and shut me up.
All right, fair, fair.
I tried a couple of times, but it didn't work.
Yeah, I've been making fun of Ray. Ray stopped trying to beat me up because I kept hurting him all the time.
Just agreeing to disagree at this point. So,
Yeah. Ray has the best story. Like we were training and he was tired, and I was like, "Hit me!" And like ever since then, Ray stopped.
oh, oh no.
I was like, this guy is nuts.
Yeah, Ray. I don't know if you can tell, but Ray's a big guy, and I'm a little guy, so it was funny at the time. I fight like 45, and Ray fights like Burger King size.
260.
Oh.
But now I'm smaller, Caveman. I'm 225 now. So
Yeah. You're little. You're little. So how often do you train with any men at all? Do you do any sparring with men?
Yeah, if we go out to Viking, I'll spar with men there. They do have some female fighters out there, but I will spar with men there. One of my coaches, I'll also spar with him. There's a couple other guys here at the gym locally, even if they're not actively fighting, they will spar. So they're bodies I get to move around with and work with. So I do get to mix it up with both. Even though it is a female focused gym, I am working with both, but obviously working with females is going to be more beneficial. I mean, women and men are just built differently. We move differently. So I think that's an advantage to me, to be completely honest, just having those opportunities.
Yeah, I was just wondering because I know Mackenzie spars. I don't even think there's another girl where she spars unless she's like cross training other places. So I know she
Right.
does a lot of work with Doyle, and Sean Doyle's fighting for a title. I know she's got like a lot of experienced training partners. So I'm just interested to see like your training experience. Make sure you guys are having like equal training. What do you think about this fight? How good do you think Mackenzie is?
I think she's great. I think we're going to go in and it's going to be war. And I'm really jazzed about it. I think it's going to be nice because she's very tall and lanky, as am I. I have seen some of her fights before. And I don't think that she necessarily has fought many women like me who are tall and lengthy, more like her size. We're tall gals, so we typically have that advantage of having people generally a lot shorter. So I think the game changes a little bit there as far as our strategies and techniques goes. But I think we're both coming in here to put in some serious work, and it's going to be a riot. I'm excited.
yeah, I think when the ladies fight, they put on a show.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's something to say about, again, maybe this is just me, but there's, let's be real here. A lot of martial arts and kickboxing, MMA, the tide has changed tremendously, but it still is largely a boys' club. You know what I mean? And I think women are coming into the sport and doing a lot more and changing the game a lot. And there's something really rad about doing that. It's not why we do it, but there's still something to say that most women aren't going to go in there and say, I cage fight for fun. So I think we're in the minority here.
I think more women should cage fight for fun.
I think so too.
Last show, the ladies had the best fight, in my honest opinion.
Oh, that's awesome.
Kelly Marin and Chelsea Manor they had a pro fight, and it was amazing. They did a wide crew when they came out, so it was a full wide crew. It was beautiful. Like a lot of people left because it was after Bubba's fight, and people took off. So there's a lot of people from WNYMA, but those two girls put on such a display of like skill. It was amazing.
Oh yeah,
I bet. Yeah. My coach met Kelly not too long ago. One of the other girls from the gym who fights, she fought about a month ago, and she met Kelly there, and she actually had nothing but good things to say about the K4 promotion, and just said it was a really well-oiled machine. So it was nice to talk to somebody who's fought on the promotion and, could let us know what to expect. So really looking forward to Saturday and just being put on the card and coming down the throughway and hanging with you guys.
That's exciting. Yeah, we'll say some nice things about both you girls. It's funny because Mackenzie had her dog because she was shy, and you have your coach. So
Yeah,
like
I know.
it's an interesting dichotomy.
I know. I'm at her gym just because I was worried my dog was gonna end up interrupting the whole thing. My dog's a maniac. Well, I have my 2 daughters and I have my dog, and my dog's a maniac. So I'm like, I need to come over here where it's quiet and I can actually hear you guys.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I tried to. I know you got a lot of stuff going on in life, so I like went out of my way to make sure that I could get you here. And
I appreciate it.
yeah, my family went out to eat without me, so I might have made some people mad.
Oh,
It was worth it, I think maybe.
man, you should have told them to bring you home a to-go box then. Say, like,
Yeah.
I'm home, place your
Yeah.
order, have them deliver it.
Yeah, it's tough. You're like, oh, I'm sorry, I have to talk to a girl online now, so I can't go out to dinner.
I got a dip. Sorry, fam.
Yeah. To be honest, the show before that, the ladies had the best fight. The girlfriend sends. Oh, you're talking about Kara Hode and oh my God, Joe Nelson. That was another great fight. That Kara Hode girl, her boxing is something special, man. Like that girl can really, really move, and she just gets better and better at every fight.
That's
Duck
awesome.
her for a little bit unless you got really good kicks.
Yeah.
Kara Ho's got some hands.
Oh
Joe
my God.
Nelson's got some real grappling too, and
That's awesome.
that was an exciting fight to see. Yeah, Michael T. Schultz. So there's a funny story about Michael T. Schultz too. So he's a two-time TNT champ, which used to be the fight promotion in Buffalo before K4. And when he introduced himself to me, he's like, "Hi, my name's Jeff." I'm like, "Hi, I'm Jeff too." He's like, "No, my name's Mike."
Oh my God.
It's the best story ever.
Oh my gosh. That's incredible.
They're the same weight class too. Oh yeah. Those girls are the same weight class as you, but they're fighting MMA.
All
Do you fight
right.
MMA too, or just kickboxing?
Just kickboxing.
Any
Yeah.
interest in MMA? You know, K4 has quite a few MMA fights as well. We could probably get you on the card. I'm just saying.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the offer and the consideration, but I think I'm gonna stay in my lane here with kickboxing though.
Hey, Caveman, not everybody trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
They should. Don't you think all women should train in jiu-jitsu?
I
was talking to her, Ray, not you. I What do you think? Do you train any jiu-jitsu at all, Emily?
No. Nope.
No. Oh man.
Nope.
We got you training.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. It's too late.
Uh-oh.
Don't do it. It's too late.
We can get you into jiu-jitsu, and we're gonna get you some cage fights, and man, you're gonna be great. Michael T. Schultz is also a black belt. Her coach's name is John Frenchie. He did fight in WEC and Raging Wolf. Joan and Emily, good match. Yeah, they were a great match. Emily and oh my God, Mackenzie is gonna be great. I couldn't think of Musgrove's first name. That was terrible. Mackenzie and Emily are gonna be another great fight on this card, and we're really.
Who's gonna win that $100?
Yeah. Oh, we didn't. Go ahead, Ray. You can tell. I didn't tell her about that yet.
There's betting. What? Sports bets. Let me in on this.
So we're gonna pick fight of the night, and is it like is it gonna be like knockout of the night, Caveman, or just fight of the night?
No, we're gonna pick one fighter during the night that we think represents Caveman's Corner the best, and we're gonna give them $100, and they're gonna be the Caveman's Corner sponsored athlete of the night. Okay. Because we K4 can't really pay the amateurs, and K4 is not gonna give me any money to do it, of course. But I'm gonna do it out of my own pocket. I appreciate the ability to call fights. I'm gonna try and get Ray to give me more than 50 cents, and maybe I can get Ben to throw in some money and sell some of that weed. He always brings every time. He can sell some of that weed, and we can give some more of the money back to the fighters and the people that really need it. So, well, best fight of the night is usually a ladies' fight. So one of you girls hopefully can get it. And some other people have been talking about donating some money to it too. So whatever money we get, we'll divvy it up. And I want to try and give out two. I think it would be better to give away two, but we're gonna definitely give away at least $100 because I don't have a lot of money, but I want to give money to somebody. Someone deserves.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I'm gonna be it. That's gonna be my cash then at the end of the night.
Yeah, you gotta get the cash, right? For sure. Amanda said if Joan did kickboxing and this Emily, it would be cool.
We'll see.
You and Joe Nelson would be a great kickboxing fight. I think it's pretty evenly matched.
Well, we'll see where it turns. I'm going to get through this weekend and just see where everything ends up. I'm certainly not retiring, just still going to plan on training, getting better, sharper, stronger, faster. So certainly won't be the last time that you guys see my name. So we'll see what happens in the future.
K4 is a budget promotion. We're having another fight in October already, October 28th. So this one's going to also be, this one's also going to be on pay-per-view. So like if you have friends out there that can't make it in, there's a link for the pay-per-view.
Cool.
It's $25. So like I think you can put in your last name and get credit for a ticket sale there too.
Okay.
So yeah, that would be great. There's I don't have the link on hand. I'll look it up while we're talking, and I'll find it for you. And
awesome.
I'll post it in here so then you can share. I just got to look through the K4 site.
I've got it. We shared it with our crew. We got a bunch
of
people sharing it.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, your coach on top. How do you know? Your coach didn't even tell you what's going on.
No, I thought we were about the other one for October is what I meant. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No, I know there's a pay-per-view. I have my brother in California. He's planning on streaming it.
Nice.
A bunch of members will here too. We still have some people coming in person, but I'm sure there'll be some more watch parties here locally.
All right, so we gotta make sure when we're commentating, we say nice things about Emily because we're gonna have a lot of pay-per-views. Yep. And then we gotta say nice things about Rasta because he's getting a lot of pay-per-views too. Otherwise, their fans are gonna come and beat us up. Caveman's Corner is gonna be full of people swearing at us. Oh, and that other guy, the Sensei Aaron guy.
Oh yeah,
dude. So this is a funny story, like totally unrelated to you. I don't even know why I'm telling it, but this guy was been messaging me to get on a podcast, and I was like, oh man, Sensei Aaron, he's fighting on this card. So I thought he was gonna be like this nerdy ass guy. Because there's this really muscly guy fighting this nerdy guy, and I got their names mixed up in my head, and I thought the nerdy guy was Aaron. So all of a sudden, there's this huge jack guy, and he's sitting there like, I was like, oh my god, why is your name Sensei Andy? And like, it was pretty cool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was like, man, I thought you were a nerd.
Yeah.
I did too. It was not the highlight of Caveman's Corner interviews.
It happens. There's gonna be things that happen along the way. It's a turning point. It's fine.
So what's the future in fighting for you? Are you really just fighting for fun? Are you looking to turn this into a career? You just testing yourself? You want to teach later?
Oh gosh, yeah, certainly not teach. Like, let's be real here. You guys had to twist my arm just to get me to talk on a podcast, let alone teaching in front of tons of people. That's definitely not my wheelhouse. Gosh, I don't know what the ultimate goal is, to be completely honest. I know. Certainly a title shot's going to be the goal. Absolutely. Like without a doubt. Before I retire, absolutely trying to go for a title shot. And I think at that point, we'll just have to see where it goes from there. So I'm not done. I'm nowhere near done yet. I'll keep going. But title shot, hopefully sooner rather than later, just because I got in the game so late. So
yeah. Just so you know, I used to have social anxiety. I didn't like to talk in front of people at all. And like now that's pretty much all I do.
That's wild. That is so wild. I think just being a stay-at-home mom and not interacting with adults for year after year really just kind of closed that bubble in a little bit. So, I mean, I think I'm opening up a little bit more now, but big groups, forget about it.
You seem so bubbly. So like, if you start coaching, you're going to coach small groups, and then you're not going to be scared to talk in front of groups, and then you're going to be a good coach. So you're going to go bigger and bigger, and then you're going to have, like, you're not going to be afraid to talk in front of people, and then you're going to grab a microphone, you're going to talk in front of 1,000 people and interview fighters. And like,
oh my God.
Yeah, it's an easy road. Like, you just have to confront your fears.
She's hollering at me. She's trying to get me to teach for a year now. And she's like, I can't even get her to teach a Zoom class, let alone an in-person class.
So let me tell you, you should start in person because teaching something online is very difficult. Takes a lot. Like these interviews are actually way tougher online. They're so much easier. If I was sitting here and you're sitting across from me, I just look you in the eyes and it's a lot easier to talk. Like it's very easy to get distracted, and like I go through Facebook and like I'm trying to post stuff, and things are totally different than they are like in person. So like teaching on Zoom is tough, but man, you could definitely teach in front of a room. You have such a bubbly personality. You seem you seem very outgoing talking with you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I was worried I'm going to come on here and just, put my foot in my mouth or something, but we did it. We did it, team.
Yeah, this has been amazing. Like, I really thought you were going to be a shitty interview. No offense. Like you're like, oh, I'm really shy.
I really appreciate the honesty. Like, really, I do. Like, I don't need the cushion. Like, don't sugarcoat it. Like, I'm glad you helped me along the way, but I'm glad you came in here with like low expectations. That's how you don't get disappointed in life. Low expectations.
No. Like I came in here. I thought it was going to take a lot of. I'd have to work really hard to get you to talk. Like, so
she's
like
got our emotional support human at her
Yeah.
ankle.
Yeah. It's on Sarah's.
She's on the ground, my fidget right here, and we're good. We're cruising.
So like some people are really hard to interview. Like we had that Sense of Aaron guy. I was like, so what are you gonna do? He's like, fight. Like some people are really hard to interview and they don't really want to say a lot.
Yeah.
But you're like a very open personality. I think you would do very well. Like coaching, I think you do very well to be. I told him it was gonna be interesting. I got your back.
Hey, Caveman, at least you sound like Mark Hall.
Yeah. Oh my God. So we had this guy. He fought in UFC, Mark Hall, and he's like stuttering. So he stuttered a lot, and then he was talking about God, and like it was really hard to listen. And then he's like, like when you put hookers in the trunk. And I'm like, what? He's like,
just making sure you guys were still paying attention.
He's like, can you erase that? And then he was messaging us for like weeks to erase it, but no, we didn't. That's still up. Yeah. Yeah. So now, I have this guy Nick at my gym, and he's like kind of a loner, kind of like I don't know. He just needed a family, and we like adopted him, and like I love to have him in the class, and like he's a super cool kid. And so now I always joke like he puts the bodies in the trunk for us, like this is the joke that keeps on giving. So like doing a podcast, maybe you should do a podcast and just talk with people. That'll help you open up too.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe not on Zoom, but just like have people call in, and that way it's just the microphone and we can just gab. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I certainly, fighting, doing kickboxing, I think certainly has built up a certain level of confidence in myself, even though, I am painfully shy and introverted. But this has done a lot more for me, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. So maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I'm glad it wasn't just absolute trash like today.
I just thought it was going to be like tough to get you to talk. I thought it would be on like 10 minutes. I'd be like, oh my God, let's go out here. But like, this is a great interview. Like there's Ray, there's been a lot of those, right?
Yeah.
Like the 765 guys are painful to listen to.
Oh yeah. Terrible.
We're just kidding. We always make fun of 765 guys.
I'm like, wow, we're just leaving nothing out here.
No, I was like, I don't. That's why I say you can come punch me in the face because I'll talk some junk and then like they can come shut me up.
That's fine.
I had to get tough because I talk a lot of junk.
All right, that's fair. I respect it.
Yeah. So you seem to have an amazing relationship with your coach that's sitting down there in the corner.
It's all right, I guess.
She said it's all right, I guess.
Well, maybe she doesn't think you have a great relationship, but I see your coach online and like Facebook stalks you a little bit, and I see her like she's so happy when you guys win, and like she's so emotionally invested into that.
Yeah.
Do you think that comes from having an all-female gym? Do you think that's just a coach-student relationship? Can you talk about that a little bit? Like it's a very impressive relationship.
Yeah, I'm very lucky that she's not only my coach but my friend now. There she is.
Hey, you look way less savage than you're doing in the ring.
Come here.
Is it way less fatter?
No, way less savager. Like you look so.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I would say that. I'm not scared, but you don't look that.
Until this weekend when we see you in person. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not scared. You can come punch me in the face at the gym. I got a girl that would love to get some rounds in, I'm sure.
Yeah. No, it's been fantastic. She's so supportive. I tell her all the time I'm so lucky to have her because she's just invested so much in me, and I think from not having an experience in martial arts or any sort of background, and not having anything to compare this to, she really, opened this door for me and built me up to having me believe that I can do this. She sees my potential and encourages me day in and day out. Look at that.
I like it.
But I really, really am lucky. It's a great working relationship and friendship. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like she'll bust my balls all the time and be like, you're fucking up, you're not doing great right now, and that's okay, but I need that. You only get better when you hear those shortcomings. But on the hard days she's there to help pick up the pieces for me too, so I'm very, very lucky.
I like that. That's just amazing that you guys have such a good relationship. You can see it in pictures. And they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. And the pictures of her celebrating when you win are
she was
amazing.
in the cage crying with me. Like, that was fantastic. That I could have died happy that day. Like, I'm very emotional. I cry a lot. That's a big running joke with everyone in the gym. Like, I cry a lot. I'm emotional. I can't help it. And she's emotional too, but not to that degree. So to celebrate and to have that win together, she's starting this business. She started it in the pandemic, and I was her first fighter that she put through as under her SGP fight club, under this specific business. So that first win in that picture that you were seeing from May, that was the first one that was like brought home. So that was a big moment for me, to be able to bring that home, and just to know how much time and effort and expertise she sinks into me, day in and day out, not even in camp, but just in between camp and everything else. And, my daughters know her and love her. And it's just, I don't know. It's a big, happy family is what it is.
Amanda's coach is mean too. That might be me. You should
It's
not
tough
be.
love. It needs to be that good, delicate balance between the two. One that inspires you and encourages you, but then tells you to get off your high horse and to cut your shit. It's that nice balance.
You should cut your posts and do some push-ups. No, I'm just kidding.
I just did class. I came over here.
Not you, her. I was making fun of Amanda. Like, you do whatever you want. You're on my podcast.
I'm just like, I'm ready to go eat dinner here soon, and I put in the work for today.
Good job. I'm sorry. I'm about to choke.
Oh gosh.
I did choke now.
Careful.
I swallowed a piece of popcorn. Didn't go down good.
I don't know if that was the best choice for a podcast. Like, choking hazard.
I ran home. I didn't even eat your steak. I normally eat a steak while we're doing it. It's kind of like a shtick, and it tastes good too. So
protein, it's fine.
Yeah, I eat it with my hands. I'll be doing that for our later podcast. I'm gonna go out and grab one.
Perfect.
How much work do you do in the clinch?
In the clinch work? Oh, I mean, I guess it depends. You have to kind of see your openings there. It's not to say that I don't do it. I mean, I'll get in there and throw my knees. I am excited because this is my first Thai fight. Everything has been K1 rules prior. So it is exciting to be able to have active clinch this weekend. But we've worked it. A lot of drills evading clinch. I know she likes to throw a lot of hard knees coming in here. So we've been working that, prepping for that. It's not to say that I don't do it, but I know she's more of a kicker. I'm more of a striker. So I think that's why it's going to be it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a war this weekend.
Yeah, I'm really excited too. Just to give you some information, her team is really good at clinching too. So she's probably gonna have some good clinch. So it's good that you've been working on it.
Yeah,
I don't think that's
lots of evading, lots of blocking, and that's it. I know.
I don't think I'm affecting the fight by telling you that.
No. The work's been put in. We've been drilling it all camp. We've seen a bunch of her fights, so we know what we're up against. It's going to be fantastic.
Besides for your fight, is there any other fights on the card you're looking forward to?
To be completely honest, I don't know enough to formulate an opinion. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. We're live, so I know I'm gonna enjoy watching the fights as soon as I'm done and kicking back and relaxing and enjoying lots of carbs and wine afterwards.
Oh yeah, you're in the right place because River's got everything you could ever need.
Oh yeah,
I'm so excited. I haven't been out to Buffalo in a long, long time, and especially since all that money was sunk into that area and River Works and whatnot. It's been a while. My brother used to live in Buffalo, and I do have some friends who live in Buffalo currently. So it's been a while. So I'm excited to see it. I'm ready to celebrate and party. That's for sure.
I like that. Next time we're in town, make sure you guys come in and train with us. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, for sure. That would be awesome.
I think you should definitely pay attention to the Oliver Gino and Sean Doyle fight. Sean Doyle's Mackenzie's teammate, but This fight is probably going to be the best fight of the night. Two guys that are super amazing at Muay Thai fighting for the title. 5 rounds, elbows. It's going to be a great fight. Definitely check that one out.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and then hopefully we'll get you back, and we'll get you back in the cage and get you closer to the title fight and get you a K4 title too. That'd be really amazing to see. Do you have any sponsors to plug or thank?
I don't. Nope, not at this point. No.
All right, so everyone listening, that means Emily needs some sponsors. So if you got some extra money laying around, make sure that you sponsor Emily.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate
Also, the ticket sales right now, August 5th, you can get tickets from buffaloriverworks.com/event/heatwave. If you get your tickets from there and you put Licata in for your promo code, Emily will be credited with tickets for the fight, and that means she'll make a small commission. She's got kids, so make sure you buy at least 100 tickets so she can make some money, right? That would be amazing.
School shopping is coming soon.
Yeah, back to school shopping. Well, you better get fight at night so we can give you some money.
I know. Yeah. All right, then. Well, let's do it.
Caveman's Corner sponsored athletes. We tried to get your teammate paid to, or not your opponent paid to come down to a song, but it was just a mean joke by our friends.
Oh.
Tip leg kicks.
Got it.
Ray likes leg kicks a lot. I kind of do too. And the promoter, Keith Ferrant, definitely loves leg kicks. He stopped the guy with leg kicks. It's pretty cool.
Wow. Brutal.
Yeah, that was brutal. All right. We will see you at the fight. Ray will definitely be at the weigh-ins. I'm not sure if I'm going to make the weigh-ins or not, but I'll be at the fights for sure. We'll say hello and meet you in the locker room. Say hello. How you guys doing? Give you some fist bumps, and we'll see you guys at the fight. Thank you very much for coming on, Emily.
Fantastic. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. It was nice chatting with y'all.
Yep, thank you. Thank you for supporting us in the background there, hanging out in the back. We appreciate you too, Coach. Coaches like you are hard to find.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good one.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Emily Licata leaving the building. All right, Ray. Thanks.
Oh, man.
All right, we got Brandon Choates at 8. I'm going to just double check and remessage him. We got oh man, I forgot his name. We got Sexual Chocolate and I can't think of his real name. Wild Boy, but what's Wild Boy's real name? Shit.
Is it Stephen Bell?
Oh yeah, Steve Bell. I'm sorry, Steve. I forgot your real name. I just think the Wild Boy tattoo. That's all I think of in your name. And Sexual Chocolate is Ortiz.
Hey, Caveman, did you start it early, that podcast, or?
Yeah, we started early. She asked if I could do it early.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I was like, wait, podcast now?
No, yeah, you weren't late. She messaged me during the day. She's like, "Man, I'm gonna do it from the gym. Can you do it early so I don't, get stuck at the gym with my coach? Because they were just waiting for us to do the podcast." So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I jumped. Like I'm gonna get in trouble at home because man, I could do a lot for K4. I was supposed to go to Steak, Stone, and Sushi with Karis and Forrest and a bunch of other people, and I skipped it to do these podcasts. So.
The dedication Caveman had.
Yeah, not the best choice when I'm sleeping on the couch tonight, you guys all. 9. Mike, it's gonna be at 9. Brandon Choates is supposed to be at 8. And it is a great place, Ashley Hill. It is a great place. And instead of eating Steak, Stone, and Sushi, I'm eating this for dinner. Not the best choice.
Oh man.
Man, what you sometimes you're definitely in the doghouse. Yeah. Definitely, without a doubt. I'm definitely in the doghouse. But I got popcorn, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We will see you later. We'll see you later. Ray's not eating pasta Leone, so I know he's gonna get some. I'm gonna go make a steak, so I have a steak for the next podcast.
Okay. All right, guys.
Night. Thank you all.
Peace.
Emily Licata. Make sure you put in Licata when you buy your tickets. Also, check out the pay-per-view. Listen to our sweet sounds.
Yeah.
All right. We are
out of here. Peace.